Today I want to share a little bit about this inexpensive, low-budget light kit I got on Amazon to help enhance my at-home yoga videos that I create right here in my living room. Lighting was sort of the last thing that I decided to invest in after I started teaching yoga online. I got a great microphone, my camera, and my laptop work just fine. Now, just to make it a little brighter and have the ability to film at all hours of the day, I decided let's get some lights. And at first I went to Home Depot to look for some do-it-yourself clamp lights because people say those work. And I thought, you know what, for just a few more dollars, I can probably get something that is meant for what I'm doing for not much more money. So I looked on Amazon and found a light kit. What I have, a 3-point soft box light kit for $100. It's $99.99. I basically just looked for the cheapest and the highest reviews. I think these had 4.5 stars, something like that. And it was $99.99 for the 3-set kit, which is what I needed. So I wanted 2 for on the side of me, and they look a little different than what you see here. They don't have that like bar overhang. That would be the one that I would put in front of me or behind the camera. So it came with those 3 things. But the thing it didn't come with is instructions. And I just about broke the whole thing because I had no idea what I was doing. So it did come with a list of what comes with it, like the fabrics and things, but that's it. It didn't come with instructions, and it came just pieced in a bunch of boxes. And let me tell you a little bit about this before you decide to buy it, if it is something that you want to get, because it is honestly super inexpensive and it works great. You can see right now I've got one of the lights actually on me, and I've got natural window lighting. If I turn this light off, it now looks like this. So the light is at my side, which is not ideal. That light behind me is not on, it's just being reflected by the outside light. And I don't look as, I don't know, bright and vibrant. So that's what I wanted, to look a little bit more vibrant. So I turned that on and it works for just in front of me. This is not a ring light. A ring light is great if you're doing just like this kind of selfie videos, and actually one of these box lights also works just fine for these selfie videos, as you can see right now. But let's talk about it. So it came in a bunch of little boxes, and right away I pulled it out and I noticed the quality. It's obviously pretty inexpensive. So I had a little concern that some of this might break, and you know what? If it does, it was $100. Okay, so it came with the 3 bulbs, 95-watt coil bulbs. I'll show you that in boxes, in a box. Came with the bulbs, so I can probably get replacements if this dies ever. This is the little shield thing that goes over the light. Came with these little bat wing things. I don't know what the technical terms are. And then the stand. And I looked at this thing and I opened it up and I went, huh. Okay, so what do I do with this inside piece? So because there was no instructions, and this is how my mind works, I just look at it and go, okay, well I can't fit a light bulb through this. So I must have to take a screwdriver and take this off. So I did that. Don't do that. That's not what this is for. So what you actually do is, and I found out this afterwards the hard way, is you just push it in to lock it into place. I took a screwdriver and like dismantled the whole thing and little pieces flew everywhere. So anyway, you just push it into place, screw in the bulb, and it's that simple. And then this little, what is this called? Like a little sheet goes over the top to sort of illuminate the light so it's not just one bright light. And it's not ironed out. You can see there's crinkles in it. That's okay. So I've got that little box part set, and there's Velcro that goes right over it. It's very simple. So don't take a screwdriver to it. Don't do that at all. And then these little stands here, you just open it up and sort of push it a little bit here and there. So I want to make sure that it's at the widest it can go. For me personally, I want it at the widest it can go because I've got a toddler that likes to run around and tip things over. Then you just fiddle with these knobs and it can get higher or lower. I'll just put it to this height so you can see what I'm doing. But there are 2 extensions, so I can extend this one, I can extend another one, much like the base of what you see back here, so great. And there is a little knob on the top that this piece goes into. Lots of little knobs. So this also adjusts up and down. There's a knob here that can adjust the whole thing. So these two that are on the side aren't the issue. I actually figured these out really easily, as you can tell. The complication comes with that one back there, and I'll show you. But this one, what you want to also do is make sure along one of these bars is in line with this guy, so it doesn't tip forward. If you were to turn it and it was in line with the middle of two of them, it's likely going to fall forward very easily. So make sure that you adjust it so that it's in line with one of the bars in front going towards the light. Okay, so these would go on the sides of a person. See, got it done. They go on the sides, the two sides, so there's towards you. And then you want a light at the front of you, so that creates less shadows. Having a light in the back, like I have my window here, not ideal, but honestly it's the best space for me, so I make sure to pull the shades down and use other lighting that lights up the front of me so that the backlight isn't too bad, but I would not want the window shades open and a light coming from behind me. Now this back here, what you see, this bar is a little bit complicated because it moves. It doesn't tighten, it moves. And the reason is because you've got these sandbags here, which I put a couple of rocks in, for counterbalance. So you have to set it up in a way that works for you with a little counterbalance, and it's not that stable. To be very honest, it is not that stable. It will easily fall. So you have to figure that out yourself. There's sandbags that you could put rocks inside, you could put dirt, you could put flour, you could put packets of sugar, just whatever you want to put in there to create this counterbalance. Because if this were way out here, it's going to very easily tip over. So you need to have some weight in that for it not to. And again, you want this bar forward facing in line with the front of this light, the soft light box, okay? So that it doesn't tip directly forward. And it was very simple. It was cheap. It was $100. And my concerns were that it would get in the way and be easy or difficult to take apart. It would get in the way and it would be annoying because I'd have these random lights in my apartment, but the quality far exceeds the annoyance of having lights. And my toddler actually likes to just turn them on and off. Boop, 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 boop. All the time. He thinks they're the coolest things. I will show you my exact setup. Now, let's get to that. All right, so I'm now in my yoga space. You can see what would be in front of me if I were sitting here or standing here teaching yoga. So I've got the one light, you can see, which will be in front of me. It's on a coffee table. It's sort of up high. And then I've got a light over here on the side, and I've got a light over here on the side. And then I will be placing my computer right below on that little box right there. So I put the computer right here. And this is where I do yoga. Make sure that my blinds are closed so not too much light comes in from behind me. Now it is a little bit shadowy, I guess, because I do have that light coming in from behind me, but these work amazing when it's dark outside. So if you can have a blank wall, not sunlight coming in, it's great. But without these on, I will show you what it's like. You see the difference? You will in a moment. So this is what it's like with the lights. This is what it is like without the lights. So the backlight is not great. Ideally, if I were filming without these lights, I would be turning myself around and having natural window light come in. However, it is not the best setup to do a class in. The lighting is great if you take it from here. Look at window lighting. If you just have natural lighting, make sure that it's coming in, facing you, filling up the space, but it's so distracting in the background that to me this is not ideal for my yoga, so I decided to get these lights. I'm also contemplating using them in my yoga studio, which has no windows at all. So there's your tips for lighting. These were $100 on Amazon, 2 on the side, 1 in front of you in the middle, and it gives you that nice glow that you need if your lighting is not perfect window lighting.